A streetcar named Desire. Scene 4. It is early the following morning. There is a confusion of street cries like a choral chant. Stella is lying down in the bedroom. Her face is serene in the early morning sunlight. One hand rests her belly, rounding slightly with maternity. From the other dangles a book of colored comics. Her eyes and lips have that almost narcotized tranquillity that is the face of earnest idols. The table is sloppy with remains of breakfast and the debris of the preceding night, and Stanley's gaudy pyjamas lie across the threshold of the bathroom. The outside door is slightly ajar on a sky of summer brilliance. Blanche appears at this door. She has spent a sleepless night, and her appearance entirely contrasts with Stella's. She presses her knuckles nervously to her lip as she looks through the door before entering. Blanche, Stella? Stella stirring lazily. Huh? Blanche utters a moaning cry and runs into the room, throwing herself down beside Stella in a rush of hysterical tenderness. Blanche, baby, my baby sister. Stella, drawing away from her. Blanche, what's the matter with you? Blanche straightens up slowly and stands beside the bed looking down at her sister with knuckles pressed on her lips. Blanche, he's left? Stan. Stella, Stan, yes. Blanche, will he be back? Stella, he's going to get the car greased. Why? Blanche, why? I've been half crazy, Stella. When I found out you'd been insane enough to come back in here after what happened, I started to rush in after you. Stella, I'm glad you didn't. Blanche, what were you thinking of? Stella makes an indefinite gesture. Answer me. What? What? Stella, please, Blanche, sit down and stop yelling. Blanche, all right, Stella, I'll repeat the question quietly now. How could you come back in this place last night? Why, you must have slept with him. Stella gets up in a calm and leisurely way. Stella, Blanche, I'd forgotten how excitable you are. You're making much too much fuss about this. Blanche, am I? Stella, yes, you are, Blanche. I know how it must have seemed to you, and I'm awfully sorry it had to happen, but it wasn't anything as serious as you seem to take it. In the first place, when men are drinking and playing poker, anything can happen. It's always a powder keg. He didn't know what he was doing. He was as good as a lamb when I came back, and he's really very ashamed of himself. Blanche. And that makes it all right? Stella. No, it isn't all right for anybody to make such a terrible row, but people do sometimes. Stanley's always ashamed of things. Why, on our wedding night, as soon as we came in here, he snatched off one of my slippers and rushed about the place, amazing amazing the light bulbs with it. Blanche. He did what? Stella. He smashed all the light bulbs with the heel of my slipper. She laughs. Blanche. And you let him? Didn't run? Didn't scream? Stella. I was sort of thrilled by it. She waits for a moment. Eunice and you had breakfast. Blanche. Do you suppose I wanted my breakfast? Stella. There's some coffee left on the stove. Blanche. You're so matter-of-fact about it, Stella. Stella. What other can I be? He's taken the radio to get it fixed. It didn't land on the pavement, so only one tube was smashed. Blanche. And you're standing here smiling. Stella. What do you want me to do? Blanche. Pull yourself together and face the facts. Stella, what are they, in your opinion? Blanche, in my opinion, you're married to a madman. Stella, no. Blanche, yes, you are. Your fix is worse than mine is. Only you're not being sensible about it. I'm going to do something. Get hold of myself and make myself a new life. Stella, yes? Blanche, but you've given in. And that isn't right. You're not old. You can get out. Stella slowly and emphatically. I'm not in anything. I want to get out of. Blanche incredulously. What, Stella? Stella, I said I'm not in anything that I have a desire to get out of. Look at the mess in this room, and those empty bottles. They went through 2 cases last night. He promised this morning that he was going to quit having these poker parties, but you know how long such a promise is going to keep. Oh well, it's his pleasure, like mine is movies and bridge. People had got to tolerate each other's habit, I guess. Blanche, I don't understand you. Stella turned toward her. I don't understand your indifference. Is this a Chinese philosophy you've cultivated? Is this? Stella, is what? What? Blanche, this shuffling about, the mumbling. One tube smash, beer bottles, mess in the kitchen, as if nothing out of the ordinary has happened. Stella laughs uncertainly, and picking up the broom, trails it in her hands. Blanche, are you deliberately shaking that thing in my face? Stella, no. Blanche, stop it. Let go of that broom. I won't have you cleaning up for him. Stella, then who's going to do it? Are you? Blanche, I? I? Stella, no, I didn't think so. Blanche, oh, let me think. If only my mind would function. We've got to get hold of some money. That's the way out. Stella, I guess that money is always nice to get hold of. Blanche, listen to me. I have an idea of some kind. Shakily she twists a cigarette into her holder. Stella, okay. Do you remember Ship Huntley? Stella shakes her head. Of course you remember Ship Huntley. I went out with him at college and wore his pin for a white, well, for a while. Well, well, Stella, well, Blanche, I ran into him last winter, you know. I went to Miami during the Christmas holidays. Stella, no. Blanche, well, I did. I took the trip as an investment, thinking I'd meet someone with $1 million. Stella, did you? Blanche, yes, I ran into Ship Huntley. I ran into him on Biscayne Boulevard on Christmas Eve, about dusk, getting into his car. Cadillac convertible. Must have been a block long. Stella, I should think it would have been inconvenient in traffic. Blanche, you've heard of oil wells? Stella, yes, remotely. Blanche, he was them, all over Texas. Texas is literally spouting gold in his pockets. Stella, my, my, Blanche, I know how indifferent I am to money. I think of money in terms of what it does for you. But he could do it. He could certainly do it. Stella, do what, Blanche? Blanche, why, set us up in a shop. Stella, what kind of a shop? Blanche, oh, a shop of some kind. He could do it with half what his wife throws away at the races. Stella, he's married? Blanche, honey, would I be here if the man weren't married? Stella laughs a little. Blanche suddenly springs up and crosses the phone. She speaks shrilly. How do I get Western Union, operator? Western Union. Stella, that's a dial phone, honey. Blanche, I can't dial. I'm too. Stella, just dial 0. Blanche. O? Stella. Yes. 0 for operator. O for operator. Blanche considers a moment. Then she puts the phone down. Blanche. Give me the pencil. Where is a split of paper? I've got to write it down first. The message, I mean.